guys, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I am back with another reaction. I guess I should just call this a reaction to the crossover event, which is Crisis on Earth X, which is involving all of the 4 shows that are on the CW that are in the DC universe, being Supergirl, The Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. We're actually going to go into Arrow this time. Typically, if it went the way it used to go, we would have had The Flash, and then it would have been Arrow, and then of course Legends. But we are going straight into Arrow, which is part dos of this whole event, and from my understanding, we're just going to keep it's just going to keep flowing, kind of like a feature-length film that's been cut into 4 distinct parts. So, very quick recap of what happened in the initial part of this. We saw in the last episode a brief glimpse of what's going on Earth X, primarily that it's being run by Nazis, and it's not a great situation over there. And it looks like the people who are heading up this horrible society are the doppel of Oliver and the doppel of Supergirl at a minimum, and then Prometheus, who apparently I learned, thank you in the comments, that he was in Arrow. He's actually someone from Arrow's verse, but for whatever reason, he's here. Where we ended was just with them capturing one of this party, being Prometheus, and they still have no idea who these people are, why they're here, and why they need to attack on this day. Without further ado, let's get into it, and we'll chat afterwards. Okay? Boo.
Oh my God, what? Who is that? That's Merlin. He died over 4 years ago.
Yeah, Merlin.
Oh, you're my best friend.
Not anymore. Well, I guess in Earth X, they're still friends, united in an evil cause.
Well, I'm hard-pressed to think of one where Nazis are ascendant.
I can. There's a 53rd Earth,
What?
and it's called Earth X.
New information.
Tommy, you were my brother, and you sacrificed yourself for a woman that we both loved, and I was there, and you're right here.
Glad you're getting this therapy session out there, Oliver.
You were...
Then you really are a special kind of idiot.
I knew it!
You're naivety. They're gonna die badly. In ways that would give even monsters nightmares.
Wow, did you practice that one in front of the mirror, Tommy? Jeez. I like the crossover music. That's cool. I meant to say last time that this whole opening sequence is...
Locate the prism. Please.
Ooh.
Once we have identified the location of the target, I will devise a plan of attack.
Okay. Yeah, rule number 1 about Thawne, he's never in it for the group. Never a team player.
So if it's not Tommy, I'm reading on your face. What's up?
You know what it is.
Right? You kind of aggressively denied marrying me.
May we take 2 minutes and talk about this?
Why don't you want to marry me?
Because I know that it was really, it was spontaneous.
Oh, it was so lovely.
It was the worst proposal ever,
so
don't
sweet.
lie, girl.
Right, and then 10 minutes later, I got shot and paralyzed, and Barry and Iris have a wedding, and Nazis crashes.
You didn't know that was gonna happen when you said you didn't want to marry.
I think she's got a solid basis for marriage phobia, actually.
Well, you just think I've got to a dead, and now you're leaving.
Why our brother gotta struggle all the time? It ain't right, Martin, it ain't right.
Oh, my answer hasn't changed in the 2 minutes since you last asked me.
Sorry.
Rare.
Stuff like you don't want to marry him stuff?
You did kind of announce it.
You might have said it a little loudly at the rehearsal dinner.
Really? Oh, human problems. Okay.
Quick reminder. Super speed. I don't have it.
Right. Noted. Jinx.
I want you die!
Barry's like, why? Thawne again.
How do you feel about
Oliver's like, actually, I've wanted to punch myself in the face for some time now.
On our Earth, we've developed a meritocracy. We've accomplished greatness.
You're perverse.
Yeah, girl, if you're trying to sell Nazism to us right now, it ain't gonna happen.
And what do you think that's going to do? Bullets bounce off of me.
Wasn't for you. Is that kryptonite?
You're right. I'm pissed.
Me.
If it comes to Oliver choosing between me and the Reich, I'll make sure he chooses the fatherland.
How?
If it comes...
How is an alien talking about the fatherland? Girl, this ain't even your home. Like,
Supergirl thinks his blood is filled with
why is he in the hospital bed?
But
Jeez.
if I could try to get that, whatever's going on with Car X's blood, it's intensifying.
Worse for her is better for us.
Better for us for tracking her, at least. We should have her location any minute.
Maybe the sun on this Earth is poisonous to her, unlike it was the other way around on Kara's Earth.
I know, I'm
So cute, wearing each other's colors and everything.
But every time I see him, all I see.
Recognize what you have. Recognize it and cherish it and let it make you stronger. Because if you do that, you will always find your way back to one another.
Are we talking to the Iris and Bear? Or are we talking about yourself here, Ollie?
They're at a shipping depot outside Danville.
All right, we'll get that band back together.
We're gonna run away from this awkward situation. Bye!
It's okay.
Oh yeah, here goes the superhero swagger. Yes. You know how hard it is to walk in slow motion? It's a talent, people. It would be very satisfying to beat these people up, like extra satisfying. Ooh, damn. There's one place you're not allowed to hit Oliver, and that's his face, yo. Best feature. Well, his abs.
Thanks.
Aw, ever gallant.
The tallow.
Is it shooting kryptonite? I've never seen them knocked apart before. That's crazy. Well, this is going well, guys. Good effort, team.
Well done.
Wasn't a problem.
Yes, this sun is killing her.
The pain.
I love you.
Ma-
The general is dying.
Yay! I mean, no, yay!
Hey. I'm not killing you.
Yay! I mean, no, yay!
We were gonna die. If I had a dime for every time I thought that, I'd have $2.40. I really thought I'd have more than that.
It was Oliver, but it wasn't Oliver.
Where's Cisco? Seriously, hashtag where's Cisco?
What are we gonna do?
Time to kick some ass, ladies. Come on, hashtag feminism.
We're on Earth X.
Yep, that would be probably the first time I'd ever actually consider suicide. That was the second part of Crisis on Earth X, which was basically focused on the Arrow crew. But again, like the last episode, I kind of like the fact that these are not really, you know, episodic, like the typical episodic shows that has like a sprinkling of the overall arc. It's actually all about this arc. And even though this is technically Arrow, we really didn't see, like there was maybe like 5% more of Arrow's characters than we would have seen of any other character in the show. Just like in the Supergirl one, we saw maybe 5% more of, you know, Kara and her sister in that plot versus what was actually going on with the larger story. So I kind of like the way they're doing this. You know, nothing is feeling weird or out of place or taking too long. The moments all kind of push towards, you know, dealing with this event, but also still probably dropping little seeds of what's actually going on in the individual shows to a degree, right? So with Supergirl, you know, Supergirl and her sister dealing with their breakups and their broken hearts and all that sort of stuff. And here with Arrow, Felicity and Oliver dealing with their relationship issues and where the fact they're on two different pages and all those sorts of things. I like that these little seeds are all kind of still being planted, but we're not taking like a crazy amount of time outside of the episode and outside of the whole arc of trying to, of course, just get these Earth Xers out of there. We're not taking any time away from that. So, yeah, this episode was pretty good. It was a lot of action, not a lot of exposition again, but again, I don't think we really need to have it. It's pretty clear what needs to happen. Although I shouldn't say that. We did get a little bit more information about what Oliver and, well, Evil Oliver, sorry, and Evil Kara are after. They want Evil Kara is dying, and as soon as Kara's sister, I'm sorry, I forgot her name, mentioned the fact that Evil Kara's blood was abnormally high with the sun, solar radiation, I was like, either Earth One's sun is somehow having a negative effect on her or something else is happening, but I knew it wasn't positive. And so that also makes sense what Eobard was talking about Oliver having to choose between basically conquering Earth One or saving her life. And she was saying that she would make Oliver make the right choice. So I'm assuming that means she's willing to sacrifice herself for, I don't even want to say the terms. Like, I just, all the Nazi, like, vocabulary. I know it's necessary for the episode, but it's just stomach churning. Anyway, so we did get that information, and now at least we know what their point is. Little highlights of the episode for me. Oliver kind of, that moment between Oliver and Merlin, I mean, it was kind of nice because I did see season 1 of Arrow, and I'm glad that in a strange way what happened in that whole exchange, Oliver at least got a chance to kind of say his piece, I think, and make some peace with Tommy that he never got to do with the real Tommy about, we knew he had a lot of guilt about how he died and everything that transpired up until his death. So I think that even though this Tommy was evil and, he's not going to be missed, Oliver got a chance to kind of get that off his chest. So I'm glad he at least maybe got some final closure on that whole death, and because he does love to sit there and marinate on his pain like Batman. So hopefully this will take a little bit off his plate where that brood center is concerned. Felicity, her marriage phobia, a little bit more explained, and I mean, I kind of gathered from the last episode when she mentioned the fact that right after they got married the first time, she got shot and a bunch of terrible things happened. She just sadly has got a negative association with marriage to Oliver in particular, and I don't blame her. It's a logical phobia for her to have. There's been bad things that have gone around her marrying Oliver or their relationship that have been literally life changing. So I don't blame her. She just feels like, things are good. If we try to do something good, we're gonna, something bad's gonna happen. We'll see. I feel like by the end of this, Felicity will probably come around, but I think it's something that she really needs to think about, because, the whole idea that if Oliver really does want to be a married man at some point, he may not be okay with Felicity continuing to want to stay as just a couple, right? That's a huge ideal to have different opinions on. So I'm hoping that they figure it out, because I think, can we just talk a little bit again? I just have to gush just a little bit about the West Allen love that we saw again. We only had a couple of actual West Allen moments, but they were gold, as usual. It was great to see how simpatico that they are. The romantic gestures and the overtures that they do are obviously very lovely, particularly Barry is almost always doing these big sweeping gestures, but I am personally a big fan of just those cute, innocent, just kind of almost mundane moments that happen between couples that are so sweet, and just seeing them, just kind of having a little cuddle in the secret room and, just reassuring each other and kind of, that comfort zone that the two of them have created for each other. That's the kind of stuff that really makes a relationship. And I just love that the Flash took time, the Flash writers and everyone took time to put that in this whole chaotic storyline, that it's very important to see these little moments that make these couples what they are and make them so strong, and why West Allen's the gold standard. So it was little, but I still appreciated it. Also, just tiny little side note as well, loved seeing the little moments between Iris and Felicity. I know a couple of episodes ago on The Flash, I commented on the fact that it was silly that, with Caitlin being Iris's lady of honor, or maid of honor, pardon me, that it just seems so strange, you know, considering the fact that they were like, first of all, that Iris and Caitlin should have been besties a long time ago, in my opinion, but the fact that they kind of try to shove it all in one episode felt so unnatural. But I like the fact that they kind of show that Iris and Felicity have been friends for a long time, and that's another relationship that I know, because it's cross-show, they can't do as much with it, but I'm glad that they showed that, you know, they've known each other for 5 years too, and they've kind of got this relationship, you know, especially over the last couple of years, of understanding what it's like to be in love with a vigilante and in love with somebody who's got to put, you know, their second life kind of as a priority over their personal life and stuff. And so those two should have a pretty special and deep relationship. And I kind of like the fact that in these moments right now that they can't have those talks without a whole lot of preamble. And I've always loved the chemistry between Candace and Emily as well. They really play off each other well. You can tell that they hang out in real life. I would love to see more of scenes with Iris and what's her name from Legends? Sorry, her name just went right out my mind. But those two are like super besties in real life. So I'd love some way for the two of them to be in an episode together, but I don't know how that's gonna happen. But overall, that's kind of all my comments on this episode so far. I feel like because this is right in the middle of our journey, I'll have more to say probably at the very end of it all, but this episode was really good as well. I'm loving the pacing of these episodes. There's just a really good combination of the action scenes, seeing the team up work. I mean, you don't do a crossover like this unless you want to see everybody working together. You know, it's just a lot of fun, and it's obviously not something they can afford to do on a regular basis. So it's fun that we're seeing that, and we got to see a taste of it in the warehouse with the Nazis. I feel like it was a little choppy, so I didn't really say much during those scenes, so it was kind of hard to focus on what was going on because it was happening really quickly. But I feel like that was just, again, I don't think they wanted us to focus as much on that fight scene, because this is only the second part, so I'm sure by either part 3 or part 4, there's going to be your epic battle scene of some sort, and it's probably going to be divided up in the groups of, you know, who's going to go against evil Ollie, who's going to go against evil Supergirl, who's going to go up against Thawne, and etc., etc. So, but still, very enjoyable. I liked it. I feel like it's just, this is a great crossover. Out of all of them that we've had so far, this one is definitely the best one, in my opinion. What did you guys think of this one? Do you feel like this is moving along just the way that it should? Do you feel like anything's missing? Do you feel like the story's not full enough? Also, how are you feeling about the fact that it's just this group of people? This is a limited crossover so far. Do you think we should be including more people? And are you okay with the fact that Cisco is completely out of commission for the entire episode? Please leave your comments below. I love reading them, and I love getting into discussion with you guys. And if you like this video, guys, I'd appreciate it if you click that like button. If you want to see more from this geeky face, please click subscribe. Until next time, see ya.